What's up, guys? This is going to be the first of probably a couple vocal tutorials that are going to be on this channel. Yeah, I'm going to be teaching you today a false chord scream and a fry/yell thing. Anyway, as you probably saw it in the beginning of this video, just as a reminder, attempt these and all other vocal techniques at your own risk. I literally just watched a video before I started recording this one of a guy that said, just do whatever you want, do whatever works. Don't do whatever you want. You have to do what works, but it won't be whatever you want, because if you attempt to do whatever you want, then there's the possibility of hurting yourself, and I don't want to be responsible for that. So I'm going to try to teach you guys the right way how to do it, or at least how I do it. I am not a professional, so yeah, let's just jump into it. So the first technique that I ever learned is called false chord. It's pretty simple to do, whether you're wanting to actually learn to be a vocalist or you just want to do something to scare your friends. False chord essentially is you have your vocal cords and you have these almost muscles beside them that are responsible for making weird noises, and that's what's making the vibration in your throat. And yes, it is in your throat, regardless of what anyone says. It comes from your throat. That's where everything is, but it shouldn't hurt your throat. So what you want to start doing is making like this exasperated sighing noise. Everyone in the world has had to have done that at one point or another. And if you can't do that right away, that's cool. I'm going to tell you another way real quick. But for the people that this works for, just make that noise. And there's that little grumble at the end of it. And you take that, you just push your sigh a little bit harder. And after you push your sigh a little bit harder, you hear that rumble. You feel that rumble in your chest and in your throat. That is your false cords vibrating. So what you want to do with that is push from your stomach, you tense up your stomach, and just push it out, hold that noise out, and you get oh! That is the basic, essential false chord scream. You can do all these certain manipulations to it. You can push it a little harder and get noises like oh! But that comes with practice and time and stuff, and you can do tongue manipulations to make it sound different. Whatever. We won't get into all that. But that is the basic false chord scream. So, your sigh, push a little harder, feel that rumble, just use that rumble. So another way to achieve this scream is pretending to bark like a dog. Sounds like a big nasty dog, and that is your scream. It's the same thing. For this technique, you can do lows, mids, and highs. The highs get a little strenuous on your throat. That's why I don't usually do too many false chord highs. But I definitely do use this for lows and mids. Don't forget to drink your water. This other technique I found out by accident, pretty much. What it originally came from was, my sister, which she is young, throwing a little temper tantrum and whatever, and she was crying and yelling a little bit. So when her voice got a little tired, it started to crack and break away a little bit. And it created this raspiness that almost sounded like a couple bands that I have heard before. So I tried it and didn't really work out all that well. So I kept at it, and what ended up happening is I found out that if you go up your range, not trying to hit a certain note, so there's no tension in your throat trying to strain to hit high notes or anything, your voice will naturally break. And what you want to try to do is get in between that spot where your voice stays and where your voice breaks. You want to try to get in between there, and it'll make this kind of raspy noise. So what you want to do, just go up your range. Don't try to hit any certain note. Just go up, and you will get to that point where your voice breaks. Did you hear that? The very nasty sounding thing. But what you do with that is you add pressure behind it, and it comes out as this yell scream that kind of sounds like an Asking Alexandria or a Bring Me the Horizon or stuff like that. This is the main thing that I use for my mids and my highs because it just sounds cool. So when you put the proper force and mouth positioning and whatever behind it, it should sound something like yo! Yo! And you can also extend that up into a very high scream. That is your fry / yell scream, whatever you want to call it. This is a scream I don't really know much about, and I don't even know if it's a real technique. The thing that does it for me is that it does not hurt, and in recording it sounds pretty good. If you find my cover of A Prophecy by Asking Alexandria on this channel, that's what I'm using for my mids and my highs. I think it's a similar style to what Asking Alexandria uses. I definitely know it's what Danny Warsnop did, and I would even go as far as saying the new guy Dennis uses the same technique. Both false chord and the fry / let you get it. So I'm going to do a quick little example of both kind of screams with some music. Hopefully I can get that in there. And yeah, I'll show you what they sound like. Okay, so this is the false chord scream. To the world I must give this confession. Redemption. And this will be your fry yell. Laying by a thread, we just build your pride, our blood, our sky, and we will not stand by. Don't let the world rest. Alright guys, hopefully that was informative enough for you. If you guys have any questions or comments, there's always a comment section below. If you liked it, like button, subscribe, you know, all the YouTube standard stuff. So, yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you're having a bean-tastic day.